Wife worries her husband is cheating. TOMC Dec16, 22. Originally posted by you, Sunkissed Melancholy in R. True Off My Chest on Dec16. 22. Updated in the same post. Undated. Original post. I, F24, and my husband, M29, have been married 1.5 years. He has never ever given me reason to doubt his fidelity. The thought of infidelity on his part has never even crossed my mind until today. Having finished cleaning up after a dinner party with friends, we were sat on the couch just talking when I asked him for the time. He showed me his phone, and just at that moment, he received a WhatsApp message. The notification appeared showing an unsaved number, with the profile picture of a girl wearing a really low cleavage blouse. Seeing the message notification too, he takes back his phone and clicks into a different WhatsApp message instead, which he shows me and starts speaking on. I, of course, remained stuck on the weird notification, and so I ask him, what was that message just there? To which he responds, a men's group chat from work, it's a random profile picture. I did not choose the picture. I was simply added to the group. I then ask him if I can see the group chat, and he refuses. This to me raises alarm bells. And so I ask again, twice. Each time he refuses to let me see the chat. I ask why he's refusing, and he counters by asking me why I want to see the chat. I explain calmly, and in an amicable tone, that I found the notification very odd. Unsaved number. Beautiful girl in revealing clothing refusing to show me the supposed workgroup chat. I get up to leave after his refusing to show me the group chat for the third or fourth time. Except I am overcome by the urge to take his phone off the couch armrest, where he had put it down. And so I do. I take the phone, but as I am about to open the chat in question, he grabs the phone back out of my hands. Though we are both still speaking very calmly, he's now upset with me. He is upset that I would grab his phone and reminds me that this is not what we do. Go through each other's phones. He is rather upset, saying that I should trust his word because he has explained what the notification was, why it looked weird, and that his explanation should have been enough, seeing as I'm supposed to trust him. He is offended that I would even ask to see the chat. He then goes on to remind me that not only has he never given me a reason to doubt him, but also that he has always freely given me access to his phone. This is all true. I even have my face saved on his face recognition setting, and his on mine. He continued to refuse to show me the supposed group chat, and being shocked, I simply left the room. I am currently not sure what to think. Did I respond unreasonably? First update. Hi everyone. Thank you for your responses. We still have guests staying over at our place. After the initial conversation, I left and went to stay with the guests in the guest room. They're my girlfriends, so this wasn't particularly weird. It is their last night too, so we stayed up talking. I didn't mention anything to them, but I also haven't spoken to him since. The guests leave later this evening. Before then we'll be out and about. I don't think I'll have a chance to speak to him or address this again until the guests have left. To clear up a few things, I also suspect cheating. I know exactly what it is looking like. But yes, I was wondering if my grabbing the phone was unwarranted, exaggerated, and in fact a breach of trust. In my part, I do not go through people's phone on principle. I have never done it, and I do feel like I have violated his privacy for doing that. I have also realized, after reading your responses, that worrying about having breached his privacy is precisely what he wanted and is an attempt to turn it all back on me, to distract from the main issue. I'll come back with another update once I've addressed it with him. Final update. I have asked him to show me the chat one more time. He accepted immediately this time. I was worried that this meant the evidence would be deleted. But he handed me the phone. And it was all there. I saw the group chat with the same profile picture. Called Men's Group, but in the language of the country. In the group chat I saw the initial message notification I had seen. With the number still unsaved. It was in fact a Spotify link like he had said. The timestamp is correct. He scrolled all the way up to when he was added to the group. Which does correspond to when he started at the new workplace. He took out his work laptop and went through the work email contacts. To show me that the few contacts he had saved did correspond with the names of colleagues in the group. I got pretty annoyed. If I'm honest, I am extremely relieved, but God, he could have spared me and you. All the turmoil. I asked why he was being so damn secretive about everything then. It turns out he had a group chat with my childhood friends. And they were planning a surprise for me. Surprise semi-ruined now lol oops. You might all wonder why on earth I didn't think of that so close to Christmas. And that would be because we do not celebrate Christmas. Anyways, false alarm. Thank God. Apologies for bringing you all on this roller coaster with me. For what it's worth, you all helped me stay very calm and level-headed through the hours. If some of you are wondering why I did not turn to friends and family for advice, the answer is simply that I had no proof myself. I was unsure and confused by the situation, but still wanted to hear someone else's thoughts on the matter. The thing with relationships I find is that sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. I try to avoid sharing our conflict and seeking advice until it is blatantly obvious that one of us is in the wrong. He is close to my friends and family, and I'm careful not to ruin his image in their eyes unless it is really warranted. Anyway, thanks everyone for your patience, for your advice, for your companionship. The thing with relationships I find is that sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. I try to avoid sharing our conflict and seeking advice until it is blatantly obvious that one of us is in the wrong. He is close to my friends and family, and I'm careful not to ruin his image in their eyes unless it is really warranted. This is the right way to handle things. This is why, in my relationships, I would always tease the surprise to my partner. They'd still be getting a surprise. It's just that the surprise wouldn't be a surprise. And no one would be left being suspicious over secrecy. The thing with relationships I find is that sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. I try to avoid sharing our conflict and seeking advice until it is blatantly obvious that one of us is in the wrong. This is excellent and so admirable. Way to go. Oop. I don't think keeping the surprise was worth potentially putting your marriage on the rocks. But also, can you not remove yourself from a group chat? Though I know the inter-office politics of such a thing are a pain. I actually thought it was going to be one of those spam texts that always have the pretty seagirl as the profile pic. Nice to see one of these turning out with the significant other not being an asshole. Good for Oop. My wife thinks I'm cheating on her when I'm actually planning a party for her. Should I get defensive and let her spiral, or tell her I'm planning something she will like and give her the option of spoiling the surprise? But the surprise party chat is a different group, so why did he not just show the men's group chat to her in the first place? He goes on to show her a different innocent WhatsApp chat anyway. Such unnecessary secrecy. I thought it was going to turn out that he was added to a work group chat in which he and his co-workers would post misogynistic things and/or talk about their wives in a sexual way. I think I've read too much of this subreddit lol. My initial guess was a group of colleagues where they talk about their partners in sexist way. Honestly, I'm still thinking that's the case, and he spent the entire evening removing all inappropriate messages. It's so baffling to me that OP's husband just let her fear of him cheating spiral out of control, instead of just nipping it in the bud then and there. But, on the plus side, it's nice for one of these, I suspect their cheating posts to actually have a happy ending. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I'd rather spill the beans on a surprise party than make my wife think I was cheating. The thing with relationships I find is that sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. This is very valuable life advice there. So they have a group from work called Men's Group, and the image from the group is a woman with few clothes on? HR is gonna love that. Sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. He is close to my friends and family, and I'm careful not to ruin his image in their eyes unless it is really warranted. This is true. People really need to learn that surprise parties are not worth destroying the trust within their relationship. Can't wait for the 6-month update. Yeah, he was cheating, guys. Surprises are not worth it. One of the biggest fights my wife and I have had is over my works group chat. I worked with all dudes on my team. They would sometimes share personal details about their lives. Some were married, some single, but all were acquainted with or friends of ours. I don't care if my wife uses my phone or looks things up, looks on my social media, etc. But when I was talking in that group chat, it was an in-depth conversation. Wifey asked why I was so distracted. I told her I was chatting with the boys. She asked about what. I said personal stuff. Oh boy, did that escalate. She wanted to know what I refused to tell her or show her. My stance was that there is an expected amount of privacy when someone says something, and if they wanted her to know, they would tell her next time we hung out. Dude was having marital problems and drinking a lot, but I felt even telling her that much was a breach of his privacy because it wouldn't take a Sherlock to figure or narrow down who it was. Her stance was we should hide things from each other, and it's not like she would go out and tell other people. That fight lasted weeks. Why not show her the damn group then and there? Why wait for her to cook up ideas and scenarios in her mind? That's quite weird, if not suspicious. I'm glad there was a good outcome. Yes, you have to be selective who you take advice from regarding family and friends.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.